now you're on live on YouTube. So hello people from YouTube is one more immersion. As always, I'd like to start this conversation that TNT is a platform for all levels, beginners, intermediate, and advanced English, but it's not a class, it's a immersion, it's a conversation. So I'm a host student. I'm here to learn together, guys. And to make the conversation flow better, I already split the room. So there are another room with another three people and they are talking. And let me see. I believe the lesson so important things is please don't correct anyone. He's a safe place. So let make my mistakes. And today I'm going to talk about sexual trafficking. I don't know how to say about it, how to talk about it, but I will try it and I believe it will be okay. So Camila, go ahead. Can you introduce yourself?
Okay. Hello everyone. I'm Camila. I'm 32 years old. I'm currently living in Aracaju, Sergipe, and I'm graduated in digital design. So I work now with design. So I am a product designing in an outsourcing company. And in my free time, I like to drawing something, things, aleatory things, random things. And sometimes I like to go to the cinema. It's my favorite pastime. And my favorite sport is swimming, so I love swimming. It's my favorite things, I guess. It's a good way to focus, I guess. I guess that's it.
It's perfect. The only one thing that I can't agree with you, like you said about your age, and I believe you were like 25. I can't believe like you're more than 30. I don't know. My mind is like 25. I don't know. Just my mind. I'm sorry. So, Jardel, go ahead. It's your turn.
Okay, I'm Jardel and I'm 28 years old. I live in Curitiba in Paraná State. And in my free time, usually I go to park with my wife to walk. And usually I got my dog together and I walk or spend time with my family. And I really like that because in Curitiba we have so many parks, so big and beautiful parks, and that is amazing in my city. And in a job context, I work as a data engineer in the bank in Brazil and improving my English for for my work and for learning more difficult things and get more big opportunities in my career. And I think that is it about me.
I like it. You said about data analytic. Is it? I say
Yes,
it
a
well?
similar. I'm data engineer, like data
Engineer.
analytics engineer.
Oh my God. It's so difficult.
Yes,
Okay.
the name is difficult, but
Yeah, the
the work
name and
is most
no, it's
difficult.
difficult too.
Uh,
No, it's difficult too. No, it's not easy. Okay. So I'm Victoria. I am 26, 25, 26. I'm 26 years old. I live in Rio, the best city ever. Okay, guys, you always listen it. This- Rio is the best city ever. So I have a son. He's 6 years old. I'm a nurse, but I'm learning a new career. I'm trying to be a software engineer. Like I'm not changing. Okay, I'm not transitioning. I'm continuing being a nurse and being a software engineer, like full stack. But I don't know how to say it. Someone knows how to say apoiando. I don't know. Like I'm in a fight, but I'm not winning the fight with web development. You know, it's so hard just for me. I don't know. So when you said about engineering, data,
yes, data
I don't.
engineer.
Yeah, yeah. So when you said about it, I was like, no, it's so difficult. I'm losing the fight with web development, so it's not easy.
I like it,
So
like software engineer, but I
uh,
work more with SQL servers and data flows.
it's hard. I'm losing the fight being a full stack, and you saying that it's easy. No, it's not easy. Okay, it's so difficult. It's more difficult than nurse. When I studied nurse in the college, it was easier. I promise it was easier than software engineer. So I'm losing this fight, but I'm trying, okay. And on my free time, I like to do nothing. Yeah, guys, nothing. Because I'm a mom, I'm a nurse, I'm trying a new career. So when I have a free time, doing nothing. Doing nothing is the better thing ever. I used to skating, painting, playing video game. I really love playing video game. But nowadays, having a free time is doing nothing because I want to relax. And I'm here on Talk and Talk since December 2022, but that as a host since January this year, 2024. And is it? I believe it's enough, it's a lot about me. So let's begin it. Camila, can you read and answer the first one?
Okay, what is sexual trafficking and why is it a global issue? Oh, it's hard today, right? So I guess in Brazil it's a very dangerous problem because I hear about Amazon, for example, some kids was catch for this type of things, and it's not fair because these people have this traumatizing experience, and sometimes they pay for food, for example, because the kids were so hungry. So it's very sad, these things happening a lot in Amazonas, but I don't have so research about this theme, but I hear about Amazonas, and some place here in nearest, for example, have this way to use and abuse human for trafficking. And I guess in the past, I guess we will hear about the some transgender people have moved for Europe for this, and the people promise about females model, top model, these things, and that the women stay travel for this place and discover in the I forgot the destino. But when I came in the final of travel, discovered this thing. So it's impossible to come from Brazil because the passport is taken for this moment. So it's very sad when that happened. But I don't know, I don't say this type of trafficking it's happening in Brazil for another countries yet because I hear about when they pass. So, but it's very sad that you can move for your country and that you take to work with something very disgusting because we don't care this life and you it's a obligation for that because we don't have a choice. So I guess it's very sad. And I talk a lot. Sorry, guys.
It's not a problem. Like you said about Amazonas, and I was Googling it because I didn't hear about that. I just created this subject because I was traveling and was my first time traveling by bus. I always traveling by airplane. I never been in a rodoviária. I don't know how to say in English. Someone knows? I don't know. Like the first time I was in that place, and everywhere that I look in that place was saying, okay, take care of sexual trafficking and blah blah blah. And I was like, oh my god, I never seen a lot about people saying about it, so it scared me. So I create this because I never seen a lot about this before. Bus station, thank you. So I never saw that before, so I never seen. Yeah. No, I never saw. Yeah, I never saw that before. So I was like, oh my god, like just in the bus station. Like it's strange because why we don't talk about it like in the around the city. So you said about the Amazonas, and I was Googling it. And like 1 hour before, they talking about it, like CNN talking about 92 people, like working on it, like 1 hour before now. So there are other websites about June, July, but like 1 hour before, like it's like
Oh, that is
happening
crazy.
now. Yeah, it's happening now. So oh my god, it's like shock me. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Like I didn't know about like Amazonas. I just created because I saw a lot of outdoors on the bus station, like going to another city. So I didn't know about this one. Oh my god, it's so a little too much for me. So Jadel, go ahead. The question number one.
Yeah, okay. I think about that. That is the sexual trafficking is when bad people get good people or to destroy our life, or destroy our lives or their lives, destroy their lives. And that is so crazy because I seen in the past a film about that. And in that film, we have a, we have a specific theme about them, about the child trafficking. There is a Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom. That is the fun. That is a film. We got that film in the cinema, and that film retract the reality about the child around the world, and that is so crazy because people people create I people create traffic with that child around the world to get child in India or other places or Mexico or Brazil or Colombia in Latin zone and get the children and go to the big countries like United States, like UK, and input the children's in the specific, I don't know, birthdays or like something. And that is so crazy. That films is good for to input in our brains about that reality. And I think that is a good film for learn more about that. And that is a big issue or big global issue because that is true. In my life, in your lives, usually we don't say about that. We don't say about that and oh, that is not true. I can't believe in that, but it's a really true. It's a big, big problem. That is a good thing for now.
Yeah, like we didn't talk about it like around the city or in a normal days. I only like in Rio, okay, because I can't say about the other cities in the Brazil, but I can talk about Rio. I didn't see anything like outdoors or magazines or journals or I don't know, soap opera, anything talking about it like here in Rio. Nothing, just on the bus station. If I going around the Rio, not just on the bus station, I didn't see it. So it was I don't know. I believe we have to talk more about it, like about the movie. Is that one?
Yes, the Son of Freedom. Like a
Okay.
real story. That's a real story, and
Okay, I can't
history,
see it.
real history.
I can't see. Because
Yeah,
if
that
it's
is a,
real, I can because I cry.
and I think that is a good and a big market. Sexual trafficking is a big market in the world, and that is a motive because about that film, for example, and we doesn't have, for example, in the Globe or SBT or big medias saying about that film or other media saying about that. It is crazy, and my wife and I seeing the cinema about that film, specific film, and that is so crazy.
Yeah, and we are talking about people who is being trafficking to work like in an anonymous way. But there are a lot of people that saying like working in a internet, like the videos and things like that that people say on the internet. I'm not saying about platforms. I'm saying about the websites. There are a lot of girls, I don't want it anymore, and talking about it. And they talk that the people force them like to do things that they don't want to. It's not only people who just, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. There are people that know what I'm doing because they are on internet, but people are forcing to do something that is it wasn't in agreement, you know. So there are a lot of ways to sexual trafficking. I don't know, it's hard. There are people that know that will work with it, but not that situation that people will force you to do something that you don't want to, you know, like forcing you to having sex with people who has a lot of ist. I don't know if in English is the same ist, you know, but there are many girls that be in that situation and they are talking about it nowadays because they have voice to talk about it. So, oh my God, it's so strange. I don't know. I don't know. So, Jardel, uh, go ahead. One more question, like number two. Can you read and answer it?
Okay. And who are the most vulnerable groups affected by sexual trafficking? I think the most vulnerable is the childs and the women's. And the sexual trafficking, it's a kind of problem. And for example, I can think about the example when the bad people get the people in Brazil and go to Spain or go to the United States or other country, that is a global trafficking issue. But we can see that specific traffic in the series and the cities or in the states and into the Brazil or into the cities because that is a global problem and the local problem. I really think that because, for example, in Curitiba, we can see if you get your car and and go to the center of city, you can see girls in that place and sales your body. I don't know that word, and I think that is vulnerable women and other women are vulnerable and the child because we have two trafficked sexual trafficking and for example people trafficking use use child for that and that is so crazy also. I think that is more as in most vulnerable groups.
Yeah, I believe it's the poor people, you know, because when you have enough money to do things, you don't think about like things about that, you know, like girls who is doing things like that in the big city, ali in the center of the city. Sometimes they are doing because they are poor, not because they are like being trafficking. Sometimes they are in that situation because they don't have anything more like that. But kids, you know, kids just break my heart. I can't in any situation, like if they are poor or being trafficking, I don't know, kids just break my heart. So go ahead, Jardel.
Yeah,
I
yes.
know you're.
My point is that women's stay in a specific place and for example a man get that woman and that and the people don't see anymore that women for example that is an example about the traffic because I think the bad man think that girl doesn't have a value for the society and I can get her and go to other place or I don't know kill them her or order everything and the people doesn't care about her and I think that is a
Yeah.
possibility.
Yes, of course. They are afraid of it, you know. Like here in Rio, I don't know if you both, Camila and Jardel, know here, but here, if you're going to the center of Rio, it's so dangerous. And I work in the center of Rio. So to make feel better the situation, I used to smoke cigarette Now I just quite smoke, but I used to do it. Like I stopped this month. So when I was going to the work, I have to walk a lot in the streets in the center of Rio. So I just share cigarettes and I don't know how to say it, energético. Always like I share with poor people, like
Energy drink.
homeless, energy drink. Yeah, thank you. So I always share energy drink and cigarette with homeless and girls like that in that situation. Always. And they are going like to work talking. Why I do it? Because they protecting you. They are afraid of everything. So if you are together, they protecting you. It's crazy, I know, but I just realize it. So when I'm going and sharing that things, we are talking. We are talking a lot. Like you're going as best friends. You're like talking on the street. So they are the girls talking a lot, like they are afraid of it. They don't want to be in that situation. In that situation, they are doing because they need to. There is nothing like nobody forcing them. Okay, in that situation, my situation, but they cry, the girls crying, saying that don't want to be there anymore, because there are a lot of people like friends, girls, saying that never seen the other girls again because they just disappear, and don't know if the person are dead, just moved to another city, being trafficking, like sexual trafficking. And you see the people so scared. I don't know, I almost cry like once a week, because I only work once in a week. Once a week I almost cry going to work. So you said about like being killed. So that's the truth. Everybody, woman who is in the street has this fear. I believe it's fear. So it has this fear. Everybody,
Yes.
every woman is afraid of dying because they are on the street and don't know who will work, with him,
Yes.
with her. It's I don't know. It's so hard.
It's difficult to say about that.
Yeah, so difficult, because I'm not in that
Yes.
situation. Imagine the weight of can be killed by someone just to having something, some money to eat. I don't know. It's so hard. So, Camila, go ahead. Question number two. Two? Yeah, two.
Okay. I guess I agree with both of you. But I guess it's more common when you have this combination. You are a child, you are a poor, and then you are female. I guess it's three things very hard because the people invite these kids. It's very illusions about these things. So the kids know understand the dangers and follow this stranger because I guess it's a little bit of hope about so poor, so hungry, and I guess this is more Vitma,
Victim? I don't know.
Vitma, I guess.
I don't know. I believe
Okay.
in you. Just go ahead.
I'll understand. Oh, the cat, sorry. I but back to this, I share it with you guys. This channel, it's very nice because it's good for we listen because it's the English for the street. So this guy interview people homeless, prostitute, transgender people, and some case it's about trafficking of human. So I send I real story about this girl. She talked about the story. So I guess it's very sad. I hear some episodes about this channel. So it's very sad because always the same. when the people start to talk this stranger. I don't know the name of this, but it's about the manager of the traffic relationship, these things. So it's very common when like I said, the people, it's very kind, very gentleman with this woman. And after that, he take for travel with this woman, and they take all documentation, these things, and the people have no choice for leave. So it's very sad here about that. But I guess when I say it's more common for female kids and poor people. When you said about Amazonia, when I talk, it's 92 people, right? I guess about 80% it's women, I guess, or more than that. So it's very sad, but very common in more poor religions, religions, regions, região in Brazil. That's it.
Oh, it's perfect. Like, yeah, you said about kids, and of course they were like, I believe they don't know about it. They don't know about the situation. I believe that people just say, okay, I will give you food. I believe it's something like that, or give you food and toys, because the kid won't pay attention about, okay, what is money or something like that. The kid just, okay, I want something to eat and something to play. Like, oh my God, it's so hard. It's so unfair. Like, I don't know, I'm not saying that doing it with an adult, like doing it doing it with a woman, it's right. I'm not saying that, okay, but like girls like that know about the risk, but a kid don't know about the life, don't know what anything. It's a kid, it's learning everything. So I believe it's hard. I don't know. I i can be totally wrong, okay. I know both cases is so hard, where I don't know if I'm a mom and I know how kids are. So in my mind it's like it's harder to think about kids than just an adult. So, oh my God, we only answered two questions. It's so cool. So, guys, I will bring the people back because you only have 10 minutes. And I said before, like in the 10 last minutes, we just return to know how everything goes. But do you want to add something, like to say something more, Jardel, Camila, something to add? No, of course. Jardel, what
No,
about you? Are you sure?
no, yes.
Yeah,
That
it's
is a difficult
perfect. So,
theme, and I can't be quiet.
sorry, can you
That is it.
repeat?
I no, I can't say anymore.
No, you can. You can. It's not a problem.
No,
Yes, it's
because
a
that is a
hard
difficult
team.
theme,
Yeah, it's
a
hard.
hard theme.
Yeah, it's a hard
That's,
one.
that's,
It's a hard one. Yeah, I usually don't do it. Like I am trying to talk about easy topics, easy subjects, but someone asking me for it. So if someone asking me and I remember about the travel, I will do it. If you, Jardel or Camila, ask me to talk about say one subject, I will bring it because I'm here to talk and you too. So if you want to talk about it and think that it will be cool, I will try it. So hello,
okay, no problem.
people.
Hello.
But that theme is difficult to say about that, but it's very important for start or bring about that for start, because for example the third the three question three talk about the signals, or I don't know, signals about that, and we can get the signals. For example, when you see the film, you can get the signals about that trafficking
It's a
or
BR film.
child
It's a
trafficking.
Brazilian film.
No, the United States film,
Okay, so Sound
Sound
of
of Freedom.
Freedom. Guys, that the film, okay? Everybody watch the film. It's
No,
very please.
That
It's that one, like oh my god.
it's
Yeah, that one.
difficult.
There's a kid,
it's difficult to see.
you know. Oh my god, it's so hard.
A
So,
Brazilian film
Paula, you,
about
how was the conversation
trafficking
in
too.
another room? Oh my god, okay. Put it in the chat and say me how was the conversation in another room.
Okay.
I think,
Name it
i-
Pureza.
yeah, I think if all peoples in the world see that film, the 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 change, we can change the world. We can change the world of that aspect.
Yes, of course we can. But it's hard, it's difficult. It's so difficult. But if everybody just help each other, it's possible. It's possible. So, Paula, how was the conversation in another room?
It's difficult just them.
Yeah.
Me and Kelvin needed to see the Google, but Sydney helped us because
Disney,
Sydney studies in the afternoon. So he
it's a
teach
good one,
to teach us.
It's cool. It's cool. So, Kelvin, what about you? How was the conversation in another room?
It's hard. It's a topic that we don't see so easy. It's
I'm
more,
sorry, guys.
yeah. And every time that Paul it's in it is talking, I was Googling, sharing the Google, and how we can take a conversation. We could take a good conversation.
Yeah, it's not easy and it's not cool, like funny talking about it, but I believe it's necessary, we needed to talk about it. So, Sydney, don't look to the screen. Just say it for me. How was the conversation in another room?
Yeah, it's amazing. It was amazing. We exchanged a lot of ideas about that, and like you said, Victor, it's necessary to discuss about it. I'm a father of a little boy, so I need to be aware. I need to pay attention a lot, especially when we are in a public place, and stay pay attention in the strange people and that can take my son or other children as well and kidnap them. Unfortunately, there are kind of criminal people, criminal gangs that are using to do that nowadays. So yeah, it's necessary to stay aware about that situation.
Yeah, unfortunately, I know how it feels like that. Like when I go to carnival or something like that, a party, guys, I put an air tag with my son. Like I just get an air tag and put it in a necklace. And I don't know how to say it, like pulseira. I do it like all the time. Air tag, or I don't know, like if I'm going to a place there is a lot of people, like malls, shopping malls. I put a backpack. There is a coleira. I don't know how to say it. I put it in my son because I'm so afraid of it. And I want to be a cool place, a cool moment, but I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid of losing him, or being kidnapped, or uh, maybe I'm too much, but I'm so afraid. So, Paula, go ahead.
No, I think you are so right about this. I think it's necessary. But I am talking about this time, how we found the words because it's not in our vocabulary. I can't say kidnapping or cap. I don't know, Kelvin, cap. Não vai sair.
I'm
Did
still with
something like this.
problem. Yeah, I'm still with problem with adikatiki. I'm still with problem with that word, guys. I didn't know how to say that. I don't know
Addicted.
how to say.
Addicted. It's
Addicted.
important to thinking without the box with
Yeah.
our English pronunciation.
It's difficult, because they don't use the nose how you used to. like it's better using the nose than don't use it. And in English, they don't use the nose, so difficult. So people, I'm glad to hear that the conversation and other was cool. But now we don't have enough time. So people from YouTube, we thank you for being here with us. It was a pleasure continuing watching us, because I know that after that merchant